Hello, my name is Nicola and I run the West Yorkshire Sling Library here in Leeds. Today we're going to have a look at how to use the Ergobaby Original or any carrier which uses parallel or reverse rucksack straps without reaching the back strap behind your head. Now, feedback that we get from families using carriers which fasten in that H reverse rucksack shape behind the head is that it's very difficult to reach upwards behind your head to connect the buckle together to tighten the carrier up whilst also holding your baby in arms. Now there are ways around that, including moving the strap up and down to make sure it's at a comfortable level for you. It will move up and down the connecting strap just here, so you can move it higher up, which will give you a more easy reach behind your head. However, if you really struggle with reaching behind your head, then we can use the t-shirt method, which involves clipping it all together and sliding our babies in from the top. There are always ways around issues they are having. So the first thing we're going to do is put the waistband on and have a look at the body panel of the carrier. Find that chest strap, the sternum strap that goes behind your head, and click it together in front of your face where you can see it, adjust it, make sure it's nice and straight, you're happy with its length, should be parallel with your shoulders. And then we're going to put it on over our heads, slide our head in, and sit it down. So you can see that the strap is sitting where I'd like it to be on my back without me having to reach up behind my head whilst also holding on to a baby. So in our example today, we're going to choose a baby who's about 6 to 7 months old. I'm going to slide them in from the top. So we need to make sure we've got enough space for our baby so we can make that loop a little longer and do exactly the same on this side, making that loop a little longer as well, which gives us lots of space on the front here for our infant. So when we pick up our little one, it's a good idea to put them nice and high up onto the shoulder, a bit of a fireman's lift style. And what we're going to do from there is slide the hand underneath the little strap and then out of the top of the carrier. So underneath the little strap and out at the top. We can then guide our baby's feet inside the top of the carrier just here, and just making sure that this one just pops out the side just there. We can go back for the other foot by guiding our hand under the strap and out of the top of the carrier and guiding the little foot here too. Once you can see both little feet, one on either side, we can bring the top edge of the carrier up nice and high onto our baby's body and tuck in the little arms. It's perfectly okay for them to have one or both arms out of the top of the carrier as long as it comes up firmly underneath the armpits. But in this example, we're just going to bring it up to the back of the ear. Just making sure that the legs have support from the back of the knee to the back of the knee, and the baby's in a comfortably seated position. We're still holding on to them safely with one hand here because our carrier's not yet tight. You can see it's still loose on the back. So everything is where we need it to be. The only thing we need to do now is to tighten up. Now I want to make sure that those straps up there are not riding high on my neck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this little dangly end, pull it down and then forwards a little bit. Swap hands on baby, down and then forwards a little bit until I'm happy to pull on both, where I can move it down nice and central on my back and finish my tightening until baby feels nice and secure and is parallel with my body. Our babies should have support from the back of the knee to the back of the knee, up to the back of the ear roughly for older babies. It's just as and when is required, and you can use the hood if you want to provide extra support for the head. So that's how to put our baby in without having to reach up behind the head. Now we're going to take them out using the same method. I'm just going to reverse what we've done. So putting one hand safely on our baby, on the buckle that just sits here, you can lift the buckle with just your thumb and the weight of the child will allow it to open up if you get the right angle. It's all about angles. If you're doing it and it's not moving, you need to change your angle rather than doing it harder. Open it up nice and snug. Now we should have enough space to pull that strap high on our backs, which allows us to reach our hands inside the carrier just here, and we can arrange for our baby's arms to come out of the top, and then to give a nice solid grip underneath the arms, we can lift our baby high into the sky, straight up level with my face and back onto the shoulder, at which point that gives us the opportunity to take the baby back in and take them out and put them, and so on and so on. It's a useful thing to know if you wear your coat over the top of the carrier, because of course it means you don't have to take your coat off to take your baby out of the carrier. It's also useful because nothing dangles on the floor, so everything's just tucked away. It's a nice one if you want to take baby out for a quick change or a quick feed and then put them back in. So it's a useful thing to be able to do, even if you use the method of reaching behind your head for the first buckle. I hope that helps.